you know, she can get a takedown. She's so dangerous on the ground. Cannot wait to see how this co-main event plays out.
Ladies and gentlemen, this amateur featherweight battle is set for 3 3-minute rounds. And it is brought to you by Tranquility Construction. And it is your co-main event of the evening. Introducing first, she's fighting out of the blue corner. She steps into the cage tonight at a height of 5 feet 8 inches. Her weight, 146.9 pounds. She trains with Scorpion Fighting System and she fights out of Brighton, Michigan. And tonight, at 19 years old, she stands with a record of 2 wins and 2 losses. I present to you, CIERRA the Sniper Buxton! And her opponent across the cage and fighting out of the red corner. She steps into the cage tonight at a height of 5 feet 4 inches and a weight of 146.9 pounds. She trains with Pedigo Submission and Lewis Boxing, and she fights out of Corbin, Kentucky. At 31 years old, she has put together a record of 4 wins, 2 losses. I present to you the Blue-Eyed Devil, Samantha Buttery! Your referee for this fight will be Big Luke Wilson.
Buxton in the blue corner, Buttery in the red corner. Luke Wilson calling the action. Round 1 underway in our co-main event. Nice wide stance from Buttery. Goes right for that takedown.
You know, and you talk about it, and we think that we're going to be seeing it here, more takedown attempts from Buttery.
When you have such a pronounced advantage, you know, or at least you would assume in the grappling, that's got to be a part of the game plan. Especially when you're facing such an accomplished kickboxer as Buxton, you know, she looks so technical.
Yeah, very, very technical. And the sniper for a reason, you know, her shots she's making meaningful.
That was a good right hand by Buttery off of the leg kick from Buxton. I'll be curious to see if CIERRA comes out with just that super high volume, or if maybe she starts to try and sit on some of those punches, you know? Oh, nice right hand there from Buttery.
Yep.
Good knee.
Seeing some knees from Buttery that I hadn't seen before. Wow, great takedown.
That is perfect.
Great takedown from Buttery.
Not quite pulling guard there, but it was like a drop down headlock takeover.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to see, but looked like I don't even want to pretend to know what takedown she had there, but she pulled it from that right arm of CIERRA Buxton. And it was kind of a high risk but high reward takedown here for Buttery as we have 1:30 remaining here in the first. She's trying to make full mount here on CIERRA Buxton. CIERRA doing a really good job on staying tight, staying small, making sure she's not leaving that pocket door open.
A lot of great grapplers over at Scorpion Fighting Systems. You got to believe that Buxton is getting work in and being very aware that this is this is going to be a big part.
Hunting for that arm bar. Let's see if she takes it here. She takes full mount here. Wow, CIERRA Buxton strong on bottom.
Almost exploded again. Got to be careful though.
Yeah, and Sam being smart, she's in a really high guard here, almost up in the armpits of CIERRA Buxton. That makes everything very, very difficult. When your hands and arms are almost over your head like that, there's not too much you can do. You're only so strong to push someone like that off of you in that position. Your arm strength is very compromised here. We see some big bruising here, though, from Samantha Buttery.
Almost Donkey Kong
Wow.
Donkey Kong
if CIERRA can survive this round, she'll be in good shape. But wow, good flexibility from Buxton.
That's amazing.
Yeah, but she's trying to find her way out the back door here of Samantha Buttery.
Hard to do.
10 seconds remaining here. I think if she can make it through this last few. Oh, wow.
Buttery was very close to finding the finish there.
She was.
That was a tough round for Buxton. She ended up right in the wheelhouse of Samantha Buttery, and that's got to feel good for Buttery.
Yeah, I agree. We haven't seen Bucks in that position, but she stayed cool. We'll see this takedown again. She isolated that left arm. She's going to pull it over her shoulder. Oh, but she got that underhook. That's what was the difference here. So she had that underhook and great takedown from Samantha Buttery. Very smart.
A great job of, you know, it's mixed martial arts. Great job of mixing the martial arts there from Buttery in round 1.
Yeah, we see a lot of these takedown. We saw a couple of takedown attempts from Sam Buttery, but we don't see enough from her.
No,
you know,
and that was cheeky. That was a very kind of deceptive way to go about getting the fight where you want it to be. So that was interesting. I mean, Buttery's only losses are in title fights, so you got to believe.
Good point.
As confident as ever, you know.
Good point.
Taking on a 19-year-old in a building where you've had a lot of victories. After stealing round 1, Buttery's really put Buxton up against it here for round 2. We'll see how the adjustments are made and what Cierra brings to the table here in round 2.
And one thing we know about Buxton is that she has plenty of energy for the rest of this fight.
Great point.
And take notice of Buttery's left leg, especially higher outside thigh.
Nice rush by Buttery.
Yeah. Let's see if she's going to try this takedown again.
I think Buxton doubled up a jab,
and again,
she's wise to it though.
Yeah,
wise.
Buxton stuffed it. That was smart.
Fool me once, shame on me.
Yeah.
Well, see, I just did it, much like you know, George Bush there. I botched the saying, but what a great scramble. We're back to the feet here in round 2.
Oh, Sam missing on that overhand right. That's a big one too. A lot of power.
I liked when Cierra was doubling and tripling up the jab. If she could get back to that, she might have some success. Although Buttery is making her pay. Each time she eats something, she throws something.
Wow, good shot here. Let's see if she can do it.
Samantha has a bit of an abrasion there on her left leg. I don't know if that's
what
from
I was saying.
Yo,
I know. I think it was from Ciera's kick.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, I took notice of that in the first. I think she's. Yep.
That
wow.
Buttery looks great though, and this is what she needed to do: is come out here, get physical.
Yeah, and this is a much different fight than we've seen Cierra Buxton in too. You know, last time we saw her, you know, really just stood out in the center.
5 rounds of kickboxing, basically.
Yeah, absolutely right. And you could go back on that fight and see it 15 different ways. But, you know, this is a different fight than that we've seen, and this is exciting to see this from Cierra Buxton because she is still very, very much in this fight and very strong and looking to make this turnaround. You hear her corner saying, hey, it's time to get off the wall and make some action. I think it's exactly what she's trying to do.
I like the
there we go.
I like the intelligence there from Buxton at a young age. Get those underhooks, spin off the cage, get back to standing. You got a minute now to try and get yourself back in the round. Landed a nice little check left hand there.
Oh, great right from Cierra Buxton.
It looks like Buxton's made some adjustments. I like what I'm seeing now in the second round from Cierra Buxton.
Very smart fighter.
You can hear her coach. She listens to her coach is great too.
So one thing that we saw Buttery do against Mary in Chattanooga is a lot of after her combos, she tends to look to the left. And we see her doing that a little bit in Cierra Buxton. I'm still not sure why that is, but
that's a good observation, Houston.
You remember that?
I do.
Yeah, we've seen that a little bit here too, and I'm not sure what that is, but
I actually was speaking with Cutman Mark Laws. He picked up on the same thing during the title fight.
Yeah, it's interesting. Wow. Great
I would imagine
round.
the corner of Buxton really going to stress the importance of underhooks because if she's not getting the underhooks, Buttery does have a physicality and a little bit of a size advantage. You know, she's the more physical fighter. Buxton, where she'll find success, is if she fights with her mind, focuses and prioritizes the underhooks, and then gets back to distance.
Yeah, the huge adjustments that Cierra Buxton made between the first and the second, even bigger adjustments just from the start of the second to the end. So you're right, very intelligent fighter.
Yep.
Very technical, high technical ability. And I think that she's being smart. She did a great job stuffing that takedown.
Yeah.
And
what do you think as far as how the judges are looking at both of these rounds? Because it's tough.
it's tough. I don't want to make any predictions because it's tough.
I actually am not comfortable saying that
I don't know.
I mean, round one, Buttery.
Round one, Buttery. Rounds.
That was close, though. That was a closer round. Sam went for that same takedown, ended up on the bottom for a little bit. Obviously, she got up.
I think if she would have had success on that takedown in the second, it would have been a little different. But
yeah.
Cierra was really smart. She's a smart fighter in general.
And I mean, if we're noticing the abrasion on the left leg from the kicks, you know, the judges are too.
Yep, absolutely.
So that's interesting and interesting to consider. Buttery right back to being very physical with the younger competitor.
Oh, wow. Great left from Buttery after that connection.
Smart move by Buxton.
We see some damage on the left eye of Buttery.
Let's see. Yeah, you're right. That's probably courtesy of one of Buxton's jabs.
Yep.
Buttery, like I said, the stronger competitor. Got to be careful, though, when she's initiating those takedowns because they're pretty naked. And she does lower that head.
And there is some damage on Buttery's left eye, too, which, I mean, she strong takedown attempt. I'm not taking anything away from that, but that's got to create a little bit of situational difference here.
I like what I like what Samantha Buttery did right there to try and prevent Buxton from getting away.
Wow, Buxton taking advantage of that takedown attempt.
But now she's in trouble.
Yep.
And now it's Buxton who's got Buttery up against the cage.
Absolutely. Heck of an athlete, Cierra Buxton.
Minute 43 to go here in the final round of our co-main event. Buxton in the blue, Buttery in the green.
Oh,
it's been a heck of a co-main event so far.
Great overhand right from Buttery, but she's eaten four to throw one.
This one is still on the table. As far as the outcome of this bout, if somebody really puts a stamp on it, they might be able to steal this one.
One thing I can definitely tell you between our last women's fight and this one, all of our women's fights and this one, is that women are taking the lead on action and aggression tonight through these fights.
Yeah, it's been a really great showcase for a lot of different female fighters. You'll love to see that. Minute left in our final round of the co-main event. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that more swelling on the left eye.
That left eye is looking pretty nasty. That's a nice mouse. Yeah, you can hear the Buxton corner calling for the right arm underhook. That's going to be the key to disengaging.
Wow, Cierra Buxton taking full advantage of these disconnections here. Ooh. Golly, man, Ciera's combos are bad.
I feel like if Cierra throws an uppercut, Buttery lowers her head. That uppercut would be a weapon, but still great stuff here from Buxton in the final moments.
Jeez, oh Pete, Cierra Buxton is an animal.
Wow, I want, let's do three more.
Wow,
you know?
give him three more. And that's how I felt between Buxton and Mary's fight, is that I give him one or two more. I feel the same way going into this one.
Get the Mare Bear in there, three-way brawl. No, I'm just kidding. Obviously, you know,
I don't know what would happen.
That would be so entertaining. But in all seriousness, this was a heck of a co-main event, and the judges have really got a lot to consider.
Yeah, I see the third one going to Cierra. I do.
So.
I see the third one going to Cierra. The first one going to Buttery. The second one is I would say a toss-up.
It is a toss-up.
A bit of a toss-up.
I mean, it's, as we said earlier, judging is subjective.
Yes.
It's going to depend on what these judges value. I feel like there was more cage control in the favor of Buttery. If you're somebody just looking purely at striking statistics, I mean, Buxton is built to put up a significant strike scorecard. So we'll see. The first round went so good for Samantha. I think if she comes out on the short side of this, she's really going to be sad that it kind of got away from her in 2 and 3.
And I also think if she comes on the winning side of this, I'd like to see if I'm curious if Sam will go pro after this.
Yeah, I think a lot hinges on the outcome of what these judges have to say.
Absolutely right.
This is actually pretty high drama here in the co-main event, Houston. Can't say it enough, at 19 years old though, CIERRA Buxton, regardless of the outcome at this point, really, really dangerous.
Yeah, and CIERRA Buxton just very, very durable. You know, we've seen her twice taking a lot of shots, and her face seems to be unfazed. I mean, just very durable athlete. Big fan. I'm a big fan of both of these women and the action that they put on tonight.
Samantha Buttery's got to be thinking about if there was just 10 more seconds in that first round. Luke Wilson was looking at that. She was hitting the Donkey Kong double fists from Mount. A lot to consider for the judges. The only man in the building, besides the judges themselves,
one more time for putting on an amazing show tonight.
who know the outcome, is Lance Green.
After 3 grueling rounds, this decision has gone to your judges' scorecard. Judges Lisa Doran, Josh Amato, and Johnny Stewart all see these scores the same exact way, with scores of 29 to 28. Your winner